When evil space aliens threaten Earth, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, in their Dinozords, morph to become the Megazord.
Whosoever hears this audio, if they be worthy, shall possess the inside human and superhuman abilities of the world's mightiest metahumans. Accompanying this journey of high-quality nerd commentary, we got my man Colton, a.k.a. Pizza Parker, so to the people.
Yo, it's your boy Colton, a.k.a. The Collector. That's it.
Nice. And we have the greatest engineer across all planes of existence, my man Gas. Say what's up.
What's going on? What's good?
And it's your boy Dennis, aka Old Dirty Dennis, aka the Static Collector, aka Band'll Make 'em Dance, aka Pods Are Us, aka Dunko Pop. Shout out Dun Language, shout out Prodigy. Know what I mean? So welcome to another issue of the Mighty Metahumans. Fellas, how you feeling? What's going on? What's good?
Oh, I'm feeling amazing, man. I'm chilling.
Nice. Gas, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Chilling. Me, I am great. You know what I mean? I felt like this conversation was kind of overdue. We talked about this. I think it was one of our first conversations that kind of came up just in the background. And today we're going to talk about like literally toys, like collections. Know what I mean? As dual winners of the prestigious Genies Award last year. Know what I mean? 2020, actually this year, 2022. I kind of wanted to dig into our collections a little bit. And, just know where it started for you, and let's kind of just get some background, right? So, tell us what you currently collected and how many you got.
Fuck. I don't know. I don't have a definitive list. I know remember the last time I counted, I had somewhere close to 70 or 80.
Woo!
So I'm probably closer to 100. But then if we also add in all the other memorabilia and stuff I have, it's at a ridiculous number right now. Because I have Legos, I have Gundams, I have a whole bunch of other different figurines, Marvel figurines. I have a fake Mjolnir.
Nice.
I have a bunch of stuff. And it all just started from Annie, the female Titan Funko Pop. That was my first one ever.
I remember because I think it was one of the first 3 episodes you brought up that you had about 3 Funko Pops. I think it was the first episode, and you were literally like, "Yo, I got Annie, and I think 2 more, and I think Gas had 1 or 2." And coming in today, I was like, "God damn!" This nigga.
I don't even have space. I gotta reconfigure how it looks because it's so many.
That's crazy. I think that's literally the span of what, 2 years?
Yeah,
that's a crazy come up, son.
Nuts.
And I guess you just mentioned you got started with Annie. So I'm gonna do both of mine. I'm gonna tell you the first thing I started with was Thor. I had
nice.
one of the little 3.5-inch Thor action figures. And from there, I think that was right before Infinity War dropped. So the hype and shit was building. And that just kind of got me more into the collector side or whatever. So I ended up getting it was a set that Marvel Legends had. They had an Iron Man cap, and you would buy each of them, and they would have a piece. And then you get all the pieces, and you would get Thanos. If you combine all the pieces.
Okay.
So I had to get Thanos because that nigga was getting ready to wild the fuck
out. Wild out. Let me get all the pieces.
So I was like, yo, I gotta get all these figures to get all the pieces, and that's what just kind of got me started, son.
And your shit is crazy.
Yeah, so I definitely counted before this episode to give niggas a semi-accurate number. I literally have 100 Marvel Legends. I'm at 100. Shit is crazy.
I think I might be at 100 Funkos now.
Yeah, probably because right now I got about 100 Marvel Legends. Between Marvel Legends and Figure Arts, I got about 40 to 50 maybe Funko Pops. I got 8 Gundam kits. I got 2 more on the way. I'm not even telling niggas about them shits until they get here. And actually, as of this episode, I got 3 on the way.
I got 9 Gundams.
Crazy. I got 6 Transformers. The old school shits though.
Oh, they
had to track them shits down.
Remember, I got you one.
Yeah. Shout out to my son.
Yeah.
Let me
was
see.
Was it Optimus Prime, nigga?
Yeah, nigga. One of the hard ones too. Beast Wars. I got 5 anime characters, 9 Gundams. Nice. So I got my son Goku, Trunks.
I gotta get
Deku,
actual figures, but I need space. I need to get space.
Yeah.
Because I have a Carnage, a Lego Carnage.
Uh-huh.
I have a Lego Infinity Gauntlet. Thank God we got the fucking stone back. Now we're here. And I also have a Lego Pokeball.
Nice. Yeah, yeah, that shit is hard too.
And it lights up. That shit is hard.
That shit is hard. Let me see what else I got. I got all 4 Ninja Turtles. I never take pictures of those.
Fire. You need to.
Yeah, classic shit. I got like 3 Lego sets. I have not built any of them yet, but I will.
Feel that. I'm gonna build more. I gotta start doing more building streams.
Yeah, that shit is fun, son. And I got like 1 G.I. Joe and a Snake Eyes because it's fucking Snake Eyes, my nigga.
Yeah,
right?
that's a fact.
So yeah, we talked about where you guys started. What are your favorites, and what is one of your biggest purchase to date?
One of my favorites.
Yeah. Or you can just give me a couple.
It's probably one of my favorites is I got the Biggie Small the album vinyl edition, Ready to Die.
Yeah.
And I also have Maximum Carnage, like a special edition one. I also have. What else is another one of my favorites? I'm trying to think of everything that's just over there. I have a Death Sight, like a regular Death Sight Gundam.
Yeah.
That I fuck with OD. And I also have a Hello Kitty
that shit is hard.
Gundam, the R178.
That shit
is like one of my favorite shits. And and I really love the Lego Infinity Gauntlet and the Carnage one.
Yeah, I think the Gauntlet shit is hard, man. That Gauntlet shit is hard.
Those are like my favorites.
Okay, so what about one of your biggest purchases to date? It don't gotta be in price. It could just be like, this is my shit.
Trying to think.
Like, to me, if I was going to pick something from your collection, I would definitely go with the Gauntlet.
I would say the Gauntlet is probably that and the Pokeball that lights up. Those are like both my favorite out of everything. The Gauntlet is like it just moves, so I can do it. And I always got the middle finger up because fuck the world, man. Because Thanos is kind of right sometimes.
Know what I mean?
But yeah, that and the Pokeball that lights up because like when I play Pokemon, nigga, I'll be like, all right, nigga, we here. I look at it, I rub it a little bit, I touch the ball, I touch the light. It lights up. I'm like,
treat it like Apollo.
Yo, facts. I'm like, yeah, we gonna do this. We gonna do this shit. That shit is hard though.
What was the question? What's
What's one of your favorite things that you've collected so far, and what is one of your biggest purchases to date? I know you got a couple collectibles. I know I've seen some Funkos in here.
You going crazy?
Yeah, I know.
You also collect Rubik's cubes.
Okay. I gotta see that, but yeah,
Rubik's cubes.
He got like mad different, and it's like when I say he collects Rubik's cubes, I'm not talking about like it's just a bunch of regular Rubik's cubes. Like this nigga has like advanced Rubik's cubes. He got a giant one. Villain. I like. He has like the world's tiniest one. Like it's mad crazy. Look, if you stand up,
nigga, pull up. No. After we finish, I'm coming over there to see this shit. I'm looking from here. This shit is kind of crazy.
He has like a look. He got like this bitch. It's like a triangle Rubik's cube.
See, I'm not used to it because like we usually have the lights dim, so it blends in.
That nigga be moving crazy. Okay. He got like mad fire shit. What was your favorite?
Yeah, what's one of your favorite shits that you got?
I don't know. Maybe the trunk shit because not even trunks. Vegeta. That was probably the first one.
Nice. Okay.
But anything directly from the Funko Pop store is the most expensive. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Because it be out of season, in season type shit. So it's real weird.
Facts.
Oh,
go ahead.
My favorite one that I got from somebody is actually from Jamal, which is the Office one that came with the Dunder Mifflin hat.
Okay.
And I also got a Goku one that came with a T-shirt.
Okay, and I think another one that I brought up to before was that limited edition Seinfeld shit.
Yeah, I was Jamal got me that one too. Yeah. Jamal got me a lot of my favorites.
You feel me?
This nigga's going hard on the low,
son. A lot of my favorite ones.
Look, as I said, when you get them directly from the website, it's usually the best, but it's also the most expensive.
But I think my favorite of Funkos of me buying was when I bought like almost every Miles Morales suit from the video game.
Damn, you went hard.
I got that from the some of them from the Funko Pop store, like the special ones. I got some of them from Hot Topic, and then I got the rest from like Amazon.
Nice. All right, so from
those and the one from the special events, like when you go to
that's the Maximum Carnage one that I have. That one comes from Comic-Con.
Yeah, I got my
they don't sell those
Saitama from that shit. The Saitama / Bait
that
shit
is hard.
All right, so for me, I would definitely say first off my Gundam model kits because I'm a big Gundam Wing fan, and getting all 5 is gonna be crazy. My Catra's coming in soon, and I got the Catra from the movie with the cape.
Oh, he's going crazy,
nigga! I'm about to go nuts.
That boy going crazy.
My Transformers, shout out to my homegirl Saji. Transformers, look, those are my hearts because I wanted them shits as a kid, like the old school Optimus. I got the pre-PC version of Megatron because you know all the new Megatrons turn into like tanks and shit. My shit turned into the Blicky, son. I got the one that turned into the gun with the action, with the sound effect, with the sniper scope, with like the shoulder shit you could rest on.
Yeah.
Like I got that shit, son. Like the old, I had to go on eBay to find that shit. So that's definitely one of my favorites. Other than that, definitely like the shit from my Figure Arts collection. Like I got like a boxed Stan Lee that I'm probably never gonna open that shit. And of course T'Challa. So I got both of those like in their boxes. They're probably never coming out. And let me see what else I got that I'm really Captain Marvel. I know niggas don't really fuck with her like that, but that figure is mad fire, and that shit had to come from Japan. Like, and I had to flip some Funkos to get that shit.
I feel it though.
Yeah, I had like a Black Lightning shit that I got. I think it was like a 2000 edition or some shit, and niggas really wanted it. And I think I flipped it for like 300 or some shit. But basically, it gave me the money I needed to buy the fucking Captain Marvel that I probably wasn't gonna buy. Yeah. So speaking of flip, have you ever flipped anything like collectors wise?
Nah.
I
might at some point. Like I just be keeping them in a box and keeping them fresh. Like I haven't flipped anything. I'll be honest. I'm gonna probably try to get like shelves. And like make it nice, but I don't know.
All right, so for me, I've definitely flipped, but it wasn't really for me to flip just for the money. It was more so like I want this more expensive thing. So like if I can flip these to get the money to get that, then I'm gonna do it. So I basically
I get that.
Yeah, so like, you know, I definitely did the flip for like I said, Black Lightning to get the Captain Marvel, and I think I did that for like a War Machine. Cause I was trying to get like the one from Infinity War, like when he had like the blue and white armor and shit. Like he was like Iron Patriot, but like / War Machine with the shoulder missiles and all that shit. I wanted that shit, but niggas was like looking for a grip on like eBay, so I had to like flip some Funkos. You know what I mean? So like I flipped Speed and Wiccan. I definitely flipped like that Funko collection. Who else did I flipped a couple of things, but you know, I kept some too. Like I definitely kept like a limited edition Yoda. I got a couple heaters in my collection. It's not a huge collection, but I got a couple, you know what I mean? Like if niggas saw it, was like, oh shit, I fuck with this nigga. Yeah, but
like you can't forget that like you have all those Marvel Legends. Like you have a whole
that's
MCU.
my heart, son. Like
you have the
phase
entire
1 to
MCU.
phase 4.
Like, there's
son.
nothing
like
niggas can say to you about being a collector. Like the thing about the Funko Pops thing is people see all my Funko Pops and be like, damn, you have mad Funko Pops. I'm like, yeah, but like people have mad other shit. And like that should be hot. I also have a lot of fucking vinyls. I collect vinyls also.
Okay,
as
I want to
well,
get into
and I have
that.
a record player.
Nice.
My favorite vinyl probably is I got Mac Miller's album. I got MF Doom album.
Nice.
I got Jay-Z. I got Kanye. I got College Dropout. I don't know though. It's a lot of hot shit.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't have like a lot of vinyls. I think I got like a Wu-Tang shit because I wanted some.
I also have Wu-Tang.
Yeah, like I got like 36 Chambers. I think I got the Cream on single.
Nice.
I got Redman, early Redman, like There's a Dark Side, Muddy Waters, fucking Redman. Yeah, I just got like a couple. I don't got anything crazy. What I do want to add to my collection is the Cowboy Bebop shit. That shit is very hard to come by on Amazon. Like
what, the vinyl you saying? Or
yeah, the vinyl. Like niggas be charging a grip, son. Like it'll come on and then like it'll sell out and niggas just start reselling that shit for like 100 and shit. Like niggas going crazy. But I do want it because like, you know, we could do an episode on that shit. Like I fuck with like Japanese jazz and shit, and that shit is like hard.
Yep.
Know what I mean? So trying to get my hands on that. You know, like I said, I don't really have like a crazy vinyl collection, but I'm gonna work my way up there eventually. You know what I mean? What is it that you enjoy about collecting?
I just enjoy it. I don't know. Like I don't know. I've never really been one of those people that like I'm sad, so I'm gonna just buy a bunch of shit, or like I'm excited right now, so let me just buy a bunch of shit. I just feel like when I like something, I just like it, and it's like, damn, I seen this, I'm about to get this, and this is about to be fire. I can't front. I haven't really bought a collectible in a little while, but that's also because I've been focusing on like making sure shit gets done.
Yeah.
But like when I get that time to like buy a bunch of shit, I will. I know I will. I also know I don't really have space like that, so I'm being more careful.
Yeah.
So, but my favorite part is like literally just getting a bunch of shit that I think is dope. Nice. That like, and then also when people come over and they're like, "Yo, you got this?
Yeah.
Yo, you got that?"
Flex a little bit.
Exactly, I do.
For me, I would say community aspect.
Facts, that too.
Yeah, most of the collectors that I know, usually pretty good people. Like you never like. It's always gonna be like that one weird nigga that's just doing too much. But for the most part, like most collectors that I know are usually cool ass niggas.
They just be chilling.
Yeah, like if you think about like aside from like resellers, but I mean you can find resellers with everything. Like sneaker niggas, there's niggas that's passionate about sneakers, and then there's resellers.
I feel like toy resellers are mad calm though.
Yeah,
kind of.
Like they don't
according
go too
to
crazy.
If someone dies, that's really the only thing. Like if someone died, like Kobe, Funkos cost mad bread.
Yeah, but like for me, like looking around when I'm like on like eBay and shit, like niggas, like there's always gonna be certain things that are like expensive, but for the most part, I would say like niggas don't go too crazy when it comes to reselling. Like they want to make a buck, and like I said earlier, like it'll be people that have collections. Like they're not just jumping into like action figures to like turn a profit. Like they usually use that money to buy something that they probably couldn't afford just straight up. You know what I mean? And they use that money as like a buffer or whatever. So for me, definitely the community aspect. I love when people send me links to shit, even though sometimes I'm like, yo, I'm not buying this shit right now. Like I got other shit I gotta spend the money on. Well, I do fuck with that. Sometimes when people just get you some shit off your wish list, you know what I mean? Like
they facts.
Yeah, that's dope too. And most importantly, it's just the nostalgia aspect, honestly. Like you seen some of the shit that I was talking about, like Ninja Turtles, like fucking old school Transformers. It's just the nostalgia aspect for like shit I probably couldn't get as a kid, and now as an adult, it's like, oh, like I could cop this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like you actually have your own money to do some shit like that with. So definitely, for me, nostalgia. Now, since I was talking about nostalgia, childhood. What did you own that you could remember as a kid that was just like, yo, this is my shit? Like
the Power Ranger toys that you could flip their head and
shit, like the morphin shits.
The Megazord. I was a big Power Rangers fan. I used to cop like all the Power Rangers toys. The Megazord that you could like that ass put the different animals together to make the Megazord.
I always wanted that shit, man.
I had that shit. And I'm trying to really think of like other shit. Maybe wrestling toys. Like I was big on wrestling toys. I fucked with wrestling toys.
Okay.
And Ninja Turtles.
Of course.
I mean, if you was a kid, I had a big ass Raphael. I fucked with Raphael as a kid.
I feel like most people did. I feel like that was most niggas.
He was edgy, man.
Yeah. Lord. For me, definitely G.I. Joe. I was in G.I. Joes as a kid. I feel like that influenced the clothing brand. It's just because it's both like army related in a way. True. I'm gonna throw niggas back with this one. Toxic Avengers, nigga.
I'm dead.
Cause we was just talking about the Planeteers before. Like all of that recycle shit. They had me back then. It wasn't like I was trying to recycle, but I fuck with like those brand of like fucking heroes at the time. Of course, Ninja Turtles, all 4 plus Master Splinter, obviously a couple Foot Soldiers. I do. Speaking of like Ninja Turtles, there is that Last Ronin joint, and I need to get into that shit. That shit look mad hard. With spoiler alert.
Last Ronin is hard as fuck.
Yeah, the Last Ronin looks fucking tough.
It doesn't look tough. It is tough.
Like I need to.
I didn't read it, bitch. Damn.
See, that's why I said spoiler alert. I was about to say it, but he did it for me. But yeah, I'm trying to. I'm definitely gonna get into that. I definitely saw like an action figure for that shit. That shit look mad fucking hard. I need to get into that. Other than that, like I mentioned earlier, Snake Eyes. I went back and found the same, like the old school G.I. Joes, the small joints.
You found them?
I found this nigga on eBay, man. So I had that. Storm Shadow. Always thought that was a hard name for no reason. The collab shit when G.I. Joe's was like going crazy and they did like a Street Fighter shit, they had like a Street Fighter G.I. Joe. Like there's an old school commercial for that shit. Like I don't even think niggas remember that. I don't know what part of my brain unlocked
a G.I. Joe commercial.
Yeah, the G.I. Joe / Street Fighter commercial when they had like the G.I. Joe Street Fighter toys.
I don't remember that for
nigga,
some reason.
I literally had to. I went on because I thought I was tripping, and I went on YouTube and found that shit. I was like, yo, I knew this shit existed. That's how long I've been fucking collecting, my nigga. Let me see. What is one of your favorite childhood toy memories? Or like at the top. It could have just been like a toy that you had, a toy that you were gonna get, like towards the top.
I don't know, dude. I don't know if video games count as toys, but I do remember just getting Pokemon mad young when I was like 8. It was like 1998. Was I 8?
That was toys?
I don't know if that counts as toys.
I mean,
was that Pokemon game?
Yeah, like I don't know if it counts
as
toys.
This whole conversation is so weird because I was just thinking about it. I was like, maybe I'm mad fucking young. To be honest.
You are young though.
I was just
because
like,
you are at the precipice of like
technology.
Games
is a fuck.
were like toys were actually going away.
I don't remember really.
Toys was going away. The only toys that you had when you were younger were wrestling toys. And then even then you were more on the computer, iPad, like iPod Touch.
I don't remember
video games.
See, and that's the thing. That's why that's what like the whole point of this was to lead to that.
It was me probably with wrestling toys. Honestly, that my first thoughts was really me playing with my Power Ranger toys and having be like it's morphin' time, and I could flip the head from when he had the regular shit to the other shit, or me like fighting my wrestling toy with my Batman toy with my fucking Ninja Turtle toy and making up some whole multiverse that I didn't know actually existed until we got older. And then they put all them niggas in a video game to fight each other, and I'm just like, damn, I was doing this when I was 5, nigga. That y'all need to pay my 5-year-old self.
That's a fact. For me, I can still remember this shit vividly, and it bothered me for years because I was trying to track this shit down. So going back again, G.I. Joe, it was this fucking helicopter. And for years, my entire adult life, I could not remember the name of the shit. Because, I mean, I was like a child. I don't fucking know. I just thought the helicopter shit was cool. I literally searched for months because I had nothing to go off of. Like, I had to, like, go find, like, all the classic G.I. Joes, find all the helicopters that they've ever fucking released just to find the name of this one helicopter. Now, I'm not going to buy this shit because it costs as much as a Nintendo Switch. But the fact that I was finally able to find it, I, like, actually felt, like, relieved, because you know, like, it's such a early ass memory. It's like, yo, like as a kid you're not thinking like, oh, when I'm an adult, like I want to remember the name of this shit, like so I could maybe possibly buy it and like have that nostalgia from childhood. No, like you were just playing with the shit. And now that's another thing I wanted to bring up is like when they release like action figures and shit now, like kids don't play with that shit. Like niggas literally just collect. Kind of going to what Gas said, where he was just like, yo, like I don't remember like a lot of them toys from back then, because like now it's like it's more about technology than it is about like fucking toys and shit. Like a little kid is going to look at you like you hand a little kid a Funko Pop and he's like, yo, where's the iPad? Like, what does this shit mean to me?
Like kids like Funkos, but like they also, I don't know. Like I've seen kids that like Funkos, but they'll just like, you know, put it somewhere. Or
exactly.
Like they'll take it out and they'll color on it or whatever.
See, when you know the value of something, it's different.
Yeah, that's
exactly. So like that kind of, I feel like that's what was leading me to where I wanted to go next, which was kind of like the generations like of like collectors, because like the niggas that was like before us, like they had like the super old G.I. Joes, like the big fucking plush toy shits, or like the porcelain dolls and all that other shit, and then we ended up getting like the cool shit, and then like after us it's like the niggas that they can now access the old school toys that we probably at back then couldn't just jump online and like find.
Big facts.
And on top of that, they also have technology. So like, why would I want to sit around with like fucking Power Ranger toys, nigga? Like I can pull up clips of my favorite Power Ranger scenes. Like I don't have to like just wait for TV. Or I could jump on some shit like eBay and like just find like a classic toy that nigga still got dead stock. You know what I mean? And have that shit shipped to my house. So it's like, I feel like every generation of like collectors, at least I would say like ours, we're like the midpoint, where it's like we have like the nostalgia, but at the same time we have the technology. Because then there's gonna be kids that grow up now that don't give a fuck about any type of collectors.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like Funkos,
nigga,
they ain't gonna give a fuck.
Nah,
there's NFTs.
No. I don't agree with that.
There's NFTs.
I think
people
it's
care
different.
about it.
It's the same thing, but it's different. As I was saying before, it's Jesus. Hold on, let me take these out.
Funkos and collectibles are like NFTs to like people now. Like it's just about having.
Because I'm not even talking about like gas age. I'm talking about even younger. Like younger kids, like them niggas just want iPads and shit. Like you want to watch shit on YouTube. Like they got.
As I said, if you know the value of something, you'll be able to use it differently, or you'll be able to appreciate it differently. So they sell these things, these kids nowadays, especially even when you think about sneakers and stuff like that, like the old school sneakers.
Yeah,
they sell these. They don't really wear them that much, and if you do see them wearing them, it's just like I'm flexing real quick fast.
That's a fact.
It's always a flex. Now it's just a flex. It's not about playing with these toys.
But I will say that with the emergence of NFTs and digital collectibles and shit like that, those things, they will probably stop selling them as much after some time passes, unless like the value fucking skyrockets, because then niggas are just selling anything that they believe the value is good of. You get what I'm saying? Like if I could get 100 Funko Pops and I know in the future that I can make $1 million off them shits, even though I bought them for like $1,000, then why not at some point? You get what I'm saying? That's why niggas make bots and different shit like that. But I feel like with the emergence of the digital collectibles,
what, the NFTs
and different shit like that,
I don't know
and
about
because
that.
we are being raised literally in the digital era, those things, if the market last and if the market is lit, then I will say like the physical collectible shits will drop. But as long as like what you said, they have value, like people will continue copping them shits.
Yeah,
I don't know if a lot of young people will compared to older people, but it'll fluctuate according to what the market is doing.
Okay, so basically what I'm trying to get at is I don't think it's gonna die. I just feel like I basically agree with like Gas about the value aspect.
Nostalgia means value now.
Cause like
different
for me,
definition.
Yeah, because to me it's like a nostalgia aspect. Like when you grew up, you had certain cartoons and TV shows, and as an adult, you bought that shit to remind you of that. So what would the new generation like be looking towards that when they grow up? Because if they're just selling everything for the value of it, what do you hold on to? Like when you become like an adult? Like, yeah, exactly. That's the point that I'm making. Like our generation was like, yo, these things matter to me as a kid. They have like a sentimental value. I want them as an adult. If they're all selling all the shit now, by the time they become an adult, it's like, yeah, you got the money, but what did you look back to? Like, because you was hustling as a kid, basically. Like, you was buying these shits. Like, it's not because I like it. It's I know you like it, and I'm going to sell it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, like, to me, like, I look at that.
That's what I'm saying. Nostalgia doesn't mean nostalgia anymore. It's not sentimental value. It's equity. It's you actually having some sort of values.
Well, it's tied in to both
and selling,
and that's why people will keep dropping reboots and shit, because it is equity value, but it is also coming to the cost of a person's connection with whatever that title or brand is or whatever that EP is. So there is sentimental value.
There is sentimental
it's just
value.
Not to the niggas who's dropping it.
It's sentimental value for profit.
Yeah, so
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's both tied into each other.
So that's why I felt like
it's not. That's what I was saying. It's not the same thing as it was in the past.
Yeah.
Nostalgia was literally nostalgia. You feel good, you buy it because it makes you feel happy.
But nostalgia always kind of we've always lived in a capitalistic society.
Exactly, so but everything changes with the eras, right? Everything
and that's the point I was getting to.
Like
the idea of what a collector is changed.
It's not the same thing.
Nah, because why I'm getting it is not the same reason you're getting it. Exactly. So that changed. So it changed with generations. It's basically what I'm saying. It's like collectors will always exist, but the reason why they exist are changing. Because when I bought shit, I never bought my shit to like flip it
to feel good.
Yeah, it made me feel good. You're not buying, like a newer generation isn't buying it because it makes them feel good. They're buying it because it's like, yo, I know you want some shit like that, and if I could get the most limited edition, I can sell that for a higher price.
And while I understand what y'all are saying, I will say that resellers like that have existed in every era. It's just now that we live in this era and we can see people use bots and different shit like that. I feel like that's probably why we think it's way more different when I really believe like a company will put something out because they want to make money. And then if they know that this is something that people actually have connections to, they're going to keep doing it. They've been doing this since the beginning. That's just like, I get what y'all are saying, but I also believe that there's so many different people and we have so many different reasons to do the things that we do. Like, I'm just sure because we have the internet, we're able to see these resellers do a lot of more of this shit. That's probably why we think now it's probably at the highest it's ever been.
Okay,
and that's probably just.
I would say.
I'm gonna come. Go ahead. Okay, so I'm gonna combine all three of our points. You're right about that, but I will say because of the internet, not only does it allow you to see that people like that exist, they always exist. I agree with that, but technology has now pushed that even further. Because now a nigga that probably would have never done that, now that he sees other people are doing it, you can get in too. Like, all you need is internet and to buy one of the shits. You throw it on eBay and you could be a seller too. Like, it doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a special club that you got to be a part of. So I do feel like technology helped push that even further than whatever it was before. Because that's like saying resellers now existed because of sneakers now. No, resellers always existed, but because of now technology giving access, I can now sell that shit to a nigga in Ohio when I couldn't have done that before. I had to sell it on the block. But how many niggas on the block gonna buy this shit?
Exactly.
Because
of course.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so like I do think together all three of our points, like we're basically going the same way. You know what I mean? Gas has something to say. I did cut you off. Go ahead.
No. That tied into all of that.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I agree with that.
All right, so just to have some fun, I mean, we were doing toys, board games, my nigga, because I don't even know niggas that play too many board games like that anymore. Aside, like, because you don't count
board
like
games
Uno.
or
no
Uno,
board games.
Does Uno
like,
count? No, Uno don't count.
Nah, no Uno. I see. I was just about to bring that up. Like,
so Connect Four, Shoots and Ladders.
Yeah, all the old school shit. Like,
shit's a hot.
Tell me.
Connect Four is not a board game.
Connect 4 is technically a board game.
It's not a board game though.
It is though, technically.
Okay, go on. I want to hear this.
Standing board.
I want to hear this. Go ahead. Go on.
It's a standing board.
Okay,
it is because you could technically play Connect 4 on a board like this. Yeah, I would just have to keep putting the places like that. It's almost like, you
consider chess a board game. Chess is a board game too.
Definitely a board game. Yeah. Checkers, backgammon.
Yeah, they count all that shit.
Monopoly, Sorry, Candyland.
Yeah, go old school on me.
Those are all like board games that I actually like fuck with.
Mousetrap.
Checkers, Mousetrap.
Perfection was the most stressful childhood. I remember that shit, like with the shit that was shaking, you had to put like the shapes in there. Like, nigga, why am I 7 and going through stress? I felt like Charlie Brown, son. Like, why is my anxiety up, son?
Hungry Hippos.
Don't Wake Daddy.
Life.
Life.
Is a nuts game. What's the guessing game? The shit where you have to guess who the person is. Clue?
I think it was Clue.
It's Clue, yeah. It's Clue. Clue is fucking fun. Damn, I'm an old nigga.
Yo, going back, you
just
threw me for a loop just now because it made me think. Why was the concept of why were you telling kids to sneak out the house?
A lot of these games were fucking nuts when you think about it.
Like, yo, like when you think, don't wait, like, son, why are we sneaking out the house? Like, we're 10. Like, where are we going, son? The 90s was dangerous. Why are we out in the streets?
Was mad. They was teaching us to be my son Macaulay Culkin, nigga. It was like, nigga, nah, y'all gonna be in some type of situation where niggas gonna try to get you. So you're gonna have to figure it out at some point.
Oh,
yeah, shit. A lot of board games, it was fun as fuck.
Yeah, like, I mean, I feel like, nigga, again, going back to technology, you don't need to actually physically sit with niggas. You can just play a lot of that shit online. But you lose a lot of the magic to me. Like, I feel like me being able to, like, jump ahead of you in Sorry or some shit to your face, nigga.
That's hilarious, yeah. Where you could be like, all right, fuck this nigga.
Yeah, like niggas could, like, knock the pieces off the board when they mad. You can't do that shit online. What, you gonna leave? You gonna leave the lobby, nigga?
Yeah, that's just
leave
the lobby.
Yeah.
You just unplug your computer. And now you're a fucking loser, nigga. Now you gotta restart your computer. You probably lost some shit.
Facts.
Hey, why you think people stream?
That ass.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
It's to gain that nostalgia. You feel me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Everything. It starts over again. It's a process.
Yeah,
cycle.
It's like back in the day. Like if your man had like a Genesis and shit, and you at his crib, now you could do that from anywhere in the world.
It's basically like It's basically like those things when back in the day they would have social clubs and tournaments and different places where you're like, oh, we all meet at this place and we play video games together at this time. Or like when niggas was like, we can't rap on the streets no more, so we made this shit called Lyricist Lounge where all the rappers can come together and they just rap here. Where like now niggas got like Zoom and like all these other different shit where people like in their house can come together and do those things. And also, you know, there's a pandemic and shit outside. But even then, as technology, as you guys say, as technology advance, it makes it easier for people to not actually have to be in the real world.
Facts.
But it also, the good thing is it connects a lot of like-minded people who are serious about the things that they like.
Facts.
So, you know, double-edged sword.
Now, talking about that whole connect people versus real life, I wanted to talk about these toys, Super Soakers. When's the last time you actually seen a Super Soaker? Like, for me, it's been a while.
I see, well, the niggas on our block, they be having, like, water guns and shit. I'll be seeing people with water guns, like, kind of on the block. I don't know, like, an actual Super Soaker. Maybe.
Yeah, like, you'll see water guns, but I mean, like...
In a Michael Jackson documentary.
I'm dead.
Literally. Last time I seen a Super Soaker.
What?
That's
the niggas
crazy.
on our block be having Super Soakers.
That's not the brand Super Soaker.
Yeah, see, that's what I
do
said. Like,
actually
they
have Super Soakers.
The brand Super
they had
Soaker?
one of them had an actual Super Soaker.
That's crazy.
And I deadass remember it because I remember looking at everyone fighting with the guns and then being like, oh, that's an actual Super Soaker. I said that to myself. I remember being like, oh shit, that's actual, not an off-brand Super Soaker.
Because you know what it is for me with the Super Soakers too? The way they've had advanced over the years.
It's nuts.
It's like, it went from like just a simple tank to like 2 tanks to like the backpack
bag,
shit to like
some
voice
shit now.
Like they had like that voice brand that you could talk, like tell the shit fire.
Shit is
like,
nuts.
Now if you we got a local Target, my nigga. If you go down that aisle,
those
my
shits
nigga,
look fucking crazy.
shit, yo,
they have Fortnite guns.
They
Fortnite
literally
Super
have,
Soakers.
son.
And that was what the kid had. And I remember looking at it like, that looks like an actual gun. And then he's like shooting the water like semi-automatic. Water's coming out like that. And I just remember looking at it and going, oh, that's an actual Super Soaker. Like, they paid money for that. But that was like when the pandemic wasn't happening. So that was a few years ago. But that wasn't that long ago.
That shit, like, the shit be carrying like 30 pounds of water. And like, why do I have all these fucking...
Because kids are dangerous, nigga. Kids nowadays are dangerous.
And let me see, continuing on this.
The Michael Jackson documentary got
that
me
was
dead,
crazy.
though, because
at first I was like,
honestly,
I had to
when
think
you
about
look
it.
at TV, you'll probably see more like of those things on TV than you would see them anywhere else, like actually in person. Like the last time I seen one of those little toy soldier, like the niggas with the legs put together, was Toy Story. Like most Toy Story like media, or like something on TV.
Yeah, like that's why I was bringing it up because I mean it's still around, like I said, because you can go to Target.
Like when's the last time you went to a roller rink?
Exactly.
You feel me? Like I only went once, and I can't even remember that. I remember I hear stories.
You were mad young.
I don't even remember that.
Was like,
this nigga said, stories. I remember stories.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we had to get the fuck out of there because
I remember stories.
Oh, okay. I remember. I was there.
All I remember is I hurt myself. My cousin hurt himself.
I didn't hurt myself, but I was in the middle of the shit while niggas was gonna run me over, and then
my mom's friend ran right into the wall.
Yeah, they was fucking. But yeah, it was fun as fuck though. It was lit. It was lit.
I feel like that's the basic story of the '90s, where it's like shit was dangerous, but it was
fun but we had fun. We got home too. Niggas got a cab before shit got shot up. It was lit. We got out.
All right. Speaking of Super Soakers, moving on. Nerf guns, nigga. Like.
We have Nerf guns in the crib.
I'm not even getting to that. I was just saying, like, the evolution of Nerf guns.
Oh, yeah, them shits are nuts. Them shits are nuts.
Son, they have a Mandalorian Nerf gun, son. They have his rifle.
They have the Gatlin Nerf gun.
Yo, you get banana clips for your Nerf gun, son, and, like, literally reload that shit. I feel like that's my number one, like, if I became rich, that would be the first thing I do. Is
Nerf guns are crazy because they don't even have like the long shits no more. They shoot little balls now.
Yeah. So like I feel like if I ever got rich, I would literally rent out a factory and bring all the homies with like Nerf guns and just go fucking crazy.
Go nuts. Yeah.
Like the shit that I've seen. Yeah, like the shit that I've seen for like fucking like they've gone to like proton cannon fucking Nerf guns.
Yeah, they're nuts.
Like,
they have
this shit is insane.
The Nerf guns are the ones that actually look more like Fortnite guns and different shit like that. They be going fucking crazy.
motorized Gatling guns and shit. Like niggas go hard with that shit. Son.
That shit is crazy. They be having sniper rifles and shit.
Hell
I be
yeah.
like, what the hell? What these kids need this for?
What are we teaching them?
Yeah, it is practice. Because also I've heard from a lot of my military friends, they were like, yo, if you really want to practice shooting, get a Nerf gun. Like I wanted a Nerf guns that look like an actual gun. And it was like, just practice your aim. And they was like, that's actually kind of close to shooting with a gun. Yeah, wow. You just gotta practice. He was like, just practice your aim with that. Sorry, not telling the kids to go do that. But
I mean, it clocks out because, like I said, when you look at some of them shit,
they look like they have sights and all types of crazy shit. They got lasers.
Yeah, like why do I need this for like?
Because I need it though.
Guns,
I need it though. I need it. I love it. I'm actually gonna probably start copping Nerf guns. Need it gonna be the next for stream material. Yeah,
like in about like 50 episodes from now, we're gonna look back and be like, yo, remember when we started talking about Nerf guns?
And then Colton got 15.
This nigga's like, he's from like Wisconsin. He believe in carrying.
Yo, big facts. I'm fucking dead.
Oh shit. Let me see what else. I did think about how like the Hulk fist toys were like basically sock and boppers.
Yo, facts.
Like, it's like sock and boppers walked for like the Hulk guns, the Hulk fist to like run or some shit. Like
Hulk fist also became like an ultimate joke.
Yeah,
throughout history.
So the Hulk fist plastic or was it rubber?
I think it was some type of weird plastic.
Wasn't it hard? Like you knock someone the fuck out?
No, it was like the hollow plastic. Remember that shit that when you hit it, go bonk. It make that sound. That shit still hurt, but like it didn't hurt that much.
With enough force, you can still knock a nigga out.
Yeah, hell yeah! If I punch you hard enough, nigga, hell yeah.
And we went from like sock and boppers, which was basically like balloons around your fist.
Yeah, to
like this shit. It's like, yo, how we get here?
I mean, they also have like the soft, squishy, like styrofoam versions. I remember they did have.
I think it was hard plastic.
But it was hard plastic at
like,
first, and then they made it
like
squishy because I think niggas really was.
Yeah, and they were probably like, "Oh, maybe this was not a good idea."
Yo, remember the '90s was just testing if shit was safe with kids, like on kids.
Like, let's just
figure it out. Hey, kids, try this out, and then the kids would hurt each other, and they be like, "Hey, my bad. We gonna make a safer
version of this.
We gonna make a safer version."
The yo-yos with the jelly thing in it.
Oh, yeah, fucking bugging with the lights.
Yeah,
nigga, yeah.
Yo, remember, like I think it was for like a good like month, like. Everybody had a yo-yo, my nigga. Like,
yo, facts, fidget spinners.
Niggas, yeah,
and we talk about
all that shit back.
Niggas getting older. They had the fidget spinner phase.
Nigga, the Tamagotchis, nigga.
The Tamagotchis went crazy.
I remember getting one. Like, Tamagotchis went so fucking crazy.
I had a few of them. I had a bootleg one. I had a real one.
Son, that shit went so crazy. KFC was selling them shits. I swear to God, I remember that shit because I bought that shit from KFC, son.
I dead remember that. That shit was crazy.
Meal. I was like, oh, shit.
I don't even know. Remember when Burger King was giving us like Pokemon cards and shit? And it was going crazy. They gave you the golden card that came in the Pokeball. Damn, nigga.
Do they even sell like now? I'm sounding like, oh, do they even give like fucking toys with like?
I mean, they do. It just don't be that hot no more.
It don't be
like
that
I remember the only heat that happened was when the Happy Meals was giving out Pokemon cards and then a bunch of grown ass niggas was coming and they was getting upset buying all the Pokemon cards from the children, buying children. You fucking weirdos. Nigga, that's they Happy Meals. Niggas is buying 100 Happy Meals, not eating none of the fucking food, just copping Pokemon cards. You just took 100 meals out of babies' faces, nigga. Hey, you should be ashamed of yourself.
He made a bag.
Said, nigga, I'm trying to get that charge off. Fuck these niggas talking about. These kids ain't gonna do shit with it, but rip it. This fucking dumbass kids. Nigga said, fuck them kids. Big time.
Yo, nah, that's funny because I do like talking about like the Pokemon cards. I forgot what it was. Oh, they were selling packs. I think it was like probably 2 Christmases ago.
Yeah.
They were selling like that shit at Walmart. And it was on the news and shit because I definitely saw some of that shit online too. Where like grown ass men were like running through Walmart.
Going crazy.
Just to be first. To like grab them packs so they could like resell that shit. Like,
the Pokemon cards?
Yeah, nigga. Like niggas going hard, son. Like you literally see video of, like grown men waiting for the door to open, like doorbuster sales, and like run through the aisles.
I mean, grown
fighting each other to get this shit, son. Cause they know when they flip that shit, you ain't gotta work for a while, son. Cause the niggas was spending bread to get them cards, son. Let me see. Speaking of cards, did you ever collect cards? Basketball cards, X-Men, any of that shit? Like, was that ever in your like fucking lane? Huh?
Yes.
Yeah?
We
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Okay.
I have mad Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah.
I inherited mad basketball cards, but those are still in my aunt's crib. And mad sports cards. I guess my uncle just had mad basketball and sports cards. I remember that growing up. Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember I tried to play Digimon for a week, the card game, but I didn't understand it. So I just had random Digimon cards. I had a binder of Pokemon cards. I remember that.
Okay, now we definitely showing our age because I definitely had that shit. Go ahead.
Yeah. I definitely have so many Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards still to this day in my closet. I have like mad tins of them shits.
Nice. Yeah, like I would say for me, so this is a very funny story, and I always felt like I would turn this shit into a movie if I ever could, like a parody movie or some shit, because it felt like some fucking paid in full shit. So I remember it just came to me because you were just talking about binders. I definitely had like a binder of like basketball cards, like classic shit. Like
me too.
I had like Jordan, like when he was wilding. I had like Ewing. I had like all the niggas that was like popping in the 90s, like Barkley, all them niggas. Crazy collection of fucking cards. I swear to God, if this nigga hears this shit and he ever finds me, like, we gonna laugh about it now. But back then, it wasn't funny. So, literally in junior high school, niggas in my school used to flip cars. Like, that's how I know, like, flipping was, like, you'd buy, like, a fucking, like, what was the name of them shits? Like, was it Fleet? Whatever the name of the packs was. We'd buy, like, that shit cost, like, $2 or some shit, and you could turn that shit into, like, at least $20.
That's a fact.
Like, you take that shit to the lunchroom, and niggas was like, yo, what you got? So I remember niggas set me up for my shit, son. Cause I definitely had, it was cold back then, son.
Crazy.
This is how you know this shit was the 90s. I definitely had my shit. I had my shit in my bag. Like the binder, cause it was lunchtime. You was trying to make a sale. Cause if you sell enough after you got out of school, you know, you flip that, you buy like Doritos or some shit, like on some like hood shit. Like you wasn't selling drugs, but you was selling something. You trying to flip. So niggas set me up cause I had my shit in my bag. And you still a kid, even though you got like the hustling mentality or whatever. So you still a kid, and you know, like at lunch you like play like whatever, like they let you outside to let y'all niggas run wild. So I put my bag down, son. Put my bag down because I'm still a kid. Put my bag down. I want to play ball, son. So now we out here, we playing ball. Feeling like Ice Cube triple double. Know what I mean?
That's how you know he wasn't good.
Not bad.
That's my favorite line, son. So you know, niggas out here playing ball, whatever. You gotta line up to go back to class or whatever. Now, I'm looking for my bag. My shit is missing, son. Like, yo, where the fuck is my bag, son?
Niggas booked you,
son.
Niggas got you.
Yo, they got me, son. So I go back into the school. I'm like looking around. I gotta go to class. So now I'm sitting in class. I'm tight. I don't got none of my shit. All my supplies is in there, plus my actual cards. Teacher was like, yo, you can go look for your shit. So I leave. And this dude was like, yo, I'll help you or whatever. Because he saw I was like upset when I was downstairs. So we started looking and we went into like, because it was one of those, I don't know how that shit is now, but like they had like multiple hallways and like multiple like staircases and shit. So we went to like the last one. And at the very bottom, there go my book bag wide open, son. Literally the binder like ripped with like mad cards missing. Like the plastic sleeves that the cards used to be in and shit, scattered. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Get my shit, packed it up. Tell me why, like 2 weeks later, I found out that nigga that came to help me was the nigga that set me up and took the fucking cards, son. On some paid in full Rico shit,
bitch
son.
ass niggas. The niggas that like, always still want to help you.
Yo, son.
Stealing ass niggas, bum ass bitches.
That was junior
don't
high
like
school,
with that nigga because
son.
I'll fight him. I don't care. I don't like shit like
you know
that.
What?
Just off the
because
principle.
it taught me a very valuable lesson as a child, son. You can't have your supply on you like
don't
that.
Don't bring it on you. Yeah, don't bring the pack to school when niggas know.
Learned a very valuable lesson that day, and I've carried that lesson my entire life. I feel like I turned that shit into a movie. That was one of my favorite shits as a kid.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Let me see. What else can we cover before we wrap? No, we talked about
I guess we talked about most of the toys and stuff. I guess we'll do a video game episode soon.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so before we wrap, do you have any favorite brands now as an adult? That you, I mean, aside from Funko, like I know Funko is gonna be.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty easy. Lego, they do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel and DC, they do their thing. They have pretty good figures that come out with a lot of different companies. You just gave me something to
talk about before I leave. Go ahead.
Who else got good shit?
You said brands?
There's a lot of
it
good.
Could just be brands.
Oh, Crunchyroll.
Okay. Yeah, Crunchyroll's good.
High key, their website has like a lot of good merch.
Nice.
Like a lot of good fucking merch, especially collectibles and figures and shit. They do pretty good.
I'm a back that up with Marvel Legends, Hasbro.
Facts.
Like they be going crazy. Like that's how like I seen the what you call it, the Mandalorian gun and all that shit. Like they be going, they got all the helmets. Know what I mean? Like they got like the Mandalorian helmet. They got they had the Lord Zed, nigga. Like they did a Power Ranger helmet. Like them niggas was going crazy with the shit. Bandai, shout out to Bandai. They gave me all my Gundam model kits.
Big facts.
Yeah. Mayfex. Like, you know, I'm gonna go into like my action figure shit real quick. Mayfex, SH Figure Arts. That's where I get like the crazy like Captain America worthy, the Iron Man 50 mock armor. Them niggas go hard. Hot Toys. I can't afford Hot Toys. Them niggas is like, I think it's like $350 like and up for like their figures, but them shits look like mini versions of the real people. That shit is scary. All right. Before we wrap, actually no, two things. You just reminded me of something that I did not tackle when it comes to toys. McFarlane. Now, I have one major beef with McFarlane's toys is this nigga makes the worst DC figures I've ever seen in my entire life. Like all his figures, they all
off.
And mad ugly and
yeah,
mad
they
big.
Son, and they all like when they paint the eyes, they paint them to the corner so it look like emoji eyes. Like I don't know how this like I fuck with him with Spawn and like shit like that. Like he go crazy. But like the DC actual like real life versions of them shit sucks, son. This nigga did the Batman, that shit was trash. I posted that on Twitter and niggas was like, yo, who is that, son? It looked like this nigga was wearing like a garbage. I mean, this nigga looked like the Missy Elliott fucking super duper flop.
Toxic masculinity in comic form. Like if you think about everything his name is attached to it, like all of his fucking characters look fucking crazy. Like, and he never takes like the good art.
Right.
Like it's always the fucking monstrous looking version of whatever it is. I mean, I guess if that's your aesthetic, that's dope.
I guess.
But I don't like that shit. I would not have that. That's scaring the hoes away. High key.
Yo, imagine a girl come over and see like your McFarlane collection, nigga.
Yo,
she's gonna feel so uncomfortable.
Ugly ass Spawn, like an ugly ass Batman.
She's like, yo,
just mad crazy
where
shit.
the fuck am I? Like, this nigga's literally gonna wear my skin. Like, why the fuck? Like, on some scary shit. All right, so final question. What? Because maybe we'll be able to like come back to this episode and be like, aha.
Nice.
What is something that you have your eye on long term that you want to buy?
You said what?
What's something like a collectible, like long term that you want to buy? It doesn't have to be something small. It could be something rare. It could be whatever that you want in your collection eventually.
I got a few.
Yeah, give it to me.
So I want an actual Infinity Gauntlet, like the big shit.
Ooh, okay. The lighten up shit.
Like the lighten up big shit. Like I need that.
Yeah.
I also would very much like get all three of Zoro's swords from One Piece.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay.
I really like his swords.
Nice.
What else? What else am I thinking of? There's one more thing that I actually want. Oh, and if I can, this would be difficult, but you know when the pod money come in,
yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna get a life-size version of Guts' sword.
Wow. Okay.
Or a life-size version of Guts holding Guts' sword.
That's crazy, but okay.
And those are I like the big investments that I would like to make in my collection.
I fuck with that. Gas, you got anything you want to add to your collection eventually?
No, not really, but hopefully Bleach is good. Let's just say that.
That's what I want to hear. All right, for me, that I can think of right now, I'm gonna only give y'all one. And you can Google that shit because it's definitely expensive. The 3-0 Hulkbuster, the shit that lights up, and you can actually put Iron Man into this shit. Like it's not like life size or nothing, but it's a pretty large size fucking Hulkbuster. And that shit it's the one from
that's hard.
Age of Ultron, when he was fighting Hulk. The shit that he went into with like codename Veronica and all that shit. That's the shit that I want. I've seen niggas get that shit and it's hard as fuck. That is literally the only thing on my list for now. And I do hope that I could make a callback to this episode and be like, I cop that shit eventually. Yeah, so I think I feel like we covered everything. I'm pretty happy. We got this good collectors talk. Anything else you want to throw in before we jump into worthies?
Nah, this is amazing collector's talk. I've pretty much enjoyed it. This is the most chilled I got to be in like a long time.
I like it. Okay. So worthies. Let me see. I got my collector's thread on Twitter because I just don't just talk my shit. I actually walk it too. If you're trying to get into Gundams, if you're trying to get into Funko Pops, I got threads on them shits. I got all the places that you should be going to, looking towards to at least get started. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna give you like end game shit, but like I'm gonna give you like Fisher Price. Like, I'm gonna get you started. Other than that, in general, just collectors, honestly, like I said earlier in the episode, is usually, it feels more like a camaraderie. Because if I see somebody get some dope shit, I'm like, yo, that shit is fire, son. Like, I'm never like on some hater shit, like, yo, fuck that nigga for getting that shit. Like, it's always some, yo, you got that shit, my nigga? That's fucking crazy.
That's a fact. That's a
know
fact.
what I mean? So definitely the camaraderie around collectors. I would say those are my two worthies. You got any?
My worthy about collectors is just like the openness to collect the things that you want to collect, and
Facts.
people appreciate it no matter what.
Facts.
Because like one thing I've realized for the community of people I met that are collectors was like, I'm a Funko Pop guy.
Mm-hmm.
Where Dennis would more be like the Marvel's Legends person, where Jamal would like be a amalgamation of different things that he collects. We all are kind of amalgamations.
Yeah.
But when somebody has a specific thing, I really don't see other people looking at it and being like, "Oh, that's fucking whack." Like we have our homie Zambo. He builds the little Lego figures
shit is
of
crazy,
everything,
son.
and his shits are hard.
That shit
and
is
I
so
probably
tough.
wouldn't collect the small Lego figurines, but those shits are tough.
In that shit,
and I would never hate on that because I think that shit is tough. And
I think that shit's cool. Yeah.
Like, so I believe the camaraderie of people being open to be themselves and people accepting them for what they do, and everybody's just tight and everybody's supporting each other. I love it.
Gas, you got any before we wrap?
Fuck that, I want war. That camaraderie bullshit. I'm thinking, yeah, the camaraderie is good.
This nigga said violence. I choose violence. All right, so this has been another issue of the Mighty Metahumans, providing you with that high quality nerd commentary. Please subscribe, tell a friend, buy something off our wish list. I mean, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Mighty Metas. You can find me on all social media sites as Old Dirty Dennis. That's OLDIRTYDENNIS. And you can find my man Colton.
The Colton Show 2 underscores.
Colton Show.
And the Colton Show on everything else. Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, thecoltonshow.com.
Nice. And my man Gas, where can they find you?
Hey, 2_ gassed up. Question.
Gassed up.
You don't put the dirtiest of Dennis's or dirtiest of Dennis?
The dirtiest of Dennis.
That's wild, son.
That's not a good one, no?
That's the evil version.
The dirtiest.
Word, that's
like
a multiverse version of me. Son.
Old Dirty Dennis, aka the dirtiest of Dennis's.
The dirtiest of Dennis's is crazy.
That's
son.
not. It's not a good tagline.
Because that is technically you're the only one, man.
Oh shit, yo, give us a quote, send us home, son. What you got for us to send us home?
Hey man, collect that, man. Collect whatever you gotta collect, man.
Buy that
Just
shit.
make sure it's not booty and make sure it's consensual. That's it. That's me. I made that quote.
Yo, we out.